Hey folks, this is a totally off-the-cuff video coming to you here from the Save Expo in Starke, Florida on the 27th of February 2026. Just wanted to give a quick update on my past year. Today actually kicks off one full year of full-time travel. So roughly 8 months in the camper with the Jeep and now almost 4 months in the van. So yeah, like I said, it's off the cuff, so if I stammer a little bit, I don't have any prepared, comments or anything, just my thoughts. So yeah, it was a year ago, this day, on the 27th, that I turned in the keys to the house, came to this expo here, the Save Expo, and that kicked off my travels. Since then, I've been all over the country. I've met fantastic people, seen beautiful, beautiful places, and yeah, spent a lot of days traveling, spent a lot of nights sitting around a campfire, spent some nights sitting inside because it was freezing cold, not too much heat. I've tried to avoid the heat, coming from Florida. And so have I enjoyed it? Best time of my life. This has been the best year of my life. Even though I ended up spending it alone, my girlfriend Kathy passed away December of 2024. We were supposed to travel together, and of course she passed away, so that didn't happen. And yeah, so I went it alone, and just still having a great time. I mean, she wanted me to carry on. Life goes on. So yeah, it's been great. What regrets do I have? That's the only one, is that I don't have somebody to share it with. It would have to be the right person, or I'd rather do it alone. Yeah, I don't know. Do I have any regrets? Do I miss having a home base? I get asked that a lot. Do I miss having a home base? Do I miss having a house or whatever to come back to? No. Because if you have some place to go back to, a house, you have to worry about, is it okay, the maintenance, the costs. You have taxes, even if it's paid for. You have maintenance costs, you have whatever. So I don't worry about that. When I come back to Florida, I have a good friend of mine, Jim. I stay on his property. He's a great guy. He's done me a lot of favors. I've done him some. We've known each other for a lot of years. So I do basically have a place to come back to. As far as handling things, my daughter Shauna, absolutely fantastic. She's been with me all the way as far as taking care of things as a home address, and anything that comes up, she handles in my home state of Florida. Relationships. I've had a couple brief ones. One that I thought was going to work out. I actually did a post on Facebook about it. It's a long story. I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, it just didn't work out. We were from two different worlds, and I think we're still friends. We're going to camp together, but the relationship thing, didn't work out. No big deal. So what else is there? I don't know. Plans for next year. Well, this year coming up. A lot of expos again. I mean, I love these expos. I see so many people that I know, and I'm pretty easily recognizable. So people come up to me, hey, Tom, how you been? Where you been? This and that. And we spend time talking, sit around a campfire, have a drink. The things that you do in this atmosphere. It's fantastic. It really is. When you know people all over the country and you run into them again and again, there's no feeling like it. Just now I went and had a cheesesteak from one of the food vendors that I've had their cheesesteak in Virginia, Colorado, Utah, Arizona, and a couple other places. They go to, they travel everywhere. At least 20 vendors that I know that are here that I've seen all over the country. Campers, I think there's going to be about 600 campers here. We've got love bugs coming out already here in Florida. Campers, I think there's going to be 600 here this year, so I've seen probably 50 people that I've camped with before. I made a video the other day. I've camped with some YouTubers that I've watched for years. It's great to meet them. I've known Cottywomple for a while now. Ozark, I've met a few times briefly. I never had a chance to camp with them. Pretty big time YouTubers. So when you finally get to meet them and camp with them, you've been watching for years. It's pretty amazing. They're really down-to-earth people, not because, I've got 500,000 followers or whatever they have. I'm a snob. No, they're not like that at all. Yeah, just it's amazing. It really is. I don't even know how to sum up how great these adventures are. I've been to the Grand Canyon, to the top. I've been to the bottom, Crater Lake. Just all these beautiful places out in different states. I never thought that I would be able to do this stuff. And I committed, and I'm doing it. So this year, again, a lot of the expos. I'm going to hook up with some other people that I've camped with before, and we're going to do a lot of national forests. I think is what they want to do, and there's a lot of them. The one I'm really looking forward to is Glacier Park, up at the top of Montana, I guess right near the Canadian border. It's supposed to be absolutely beautiful, so I'm looking forward to doing that. That'll be with Lori, Lisa. I think I've done videos before. Lori's the one with that really nice ambulance. Lisa's the one with the green Ford Ranger, I think it is, with that nice camper on it. And yeah, and we'd probably be joined by Shelly with the Ross Monster, the one that I dated for a little bit. Anyway, yeah, we're still friends. So that's the plan. There'll be other people involved, of course, that'll get together and travel with us. So that's kind of my plan. Just meet people, go where things seem interesting. Not have too much of a plan, actually. So yeah, again, this is probably a boring video. It's like I said, it's off the cuff. But this is me. If you like the video, watch it. If not, it's getting windy over here. It's going to rain, so I'm just watching my generator cover blow away. So yeah, it was kind of interesting. I just bought this Honda 1000 generator just as a backup. And I get there, and one of my friends needed power. He had a problem with their solar, so I loaned them the generator. Then I loaned somebody else the generator. It's probably got 30 hours on it already. I haven't even used it yet. That's what you do. You help people out. They help you. And, yeah, it's just a great life. Great friends. You can park a $2,000 junky old rusty van next to a $2 million pre-roast. Those people will get along. They don't judge. Get out and cook together, have a drink, sit around a campfire. You don't find that in neighborhoods. There's somebody usually in a neighborhood that's got a junky old house and they can't really afford to paint it. The whole neighborhood kind of shuns them. That's not the case out here. That's you get along with everybody. You don't judge because they may not be able to afford a nice vehicle. With me and my van here, they have vans out here that are worth $300,000, all fancy leather trim. And, mine is just to live in. It's new, but it's self-built, so it's not, as fancy as the factory ones. But everybody loves it. They're like, you built this thing out in 25 days? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm kind of proud of that. That's about it. I really don't know what else to say. If you don't live this lifestyle, if you've never really went on an extended trip cross country or even a month-long trip, most people go camping for a 2-3 day weekend. And that's not the same. Love bugs. That's not the same. You have to actually travel, at least 2 months and do at least 1,000 miles from home to really experience travel and, showering outdoors and going to the bathroom outdoors and cooking outdoors and just living that lifestyle. That will show you, what life is really all about. Working 12 hours a day all your life to buy a big fancy house. If I had to do it all over again, I would have got out of high school. I would have built a van then, and I would have been a hobo. I would have traveled and stopped to work for a month, build up a little money, travel some more, stop, work a little bit, odd jobs, make some more money. That's the life I would have lived my entire life. I wish I would have known then what I know now. I wasted a lot of years in pursuit of the American dream, a big house, and fancy cars, and clothes. And that's not what it's all about. But thank God I'm still healthy and able to do this. Hopefully I'll have many more years of doing this and just enjoying it. I really enjoy this. Anyway, like I said, it's probably a boring video, but that's my thoughts. I'm being straightforward and honest with you. And hopefully I can look back to this 20 years from now and say, I'm still doing it. All right, I'm going to wrap it up because, like I said, it's boring. Nobody's going to watch it to the end. So thanks for watching if you made it this far. And I'll keep you updated. I'll be filming, doing pictures and whatever of some of the places I travel to and some of the people I'm with. If you enjoy it, do it. If not, there's a couple of friends that will. Take care.